Përshëndetje të gjithëve, unë jam Elsoni, jam nga Shqipëria, tani banoj në Freiburg të Gjermanisë. Kam rreth gati 11 vite që ofroj mësime online këtu në Skype ose në YouTube. In case you want to check out the future lessons or anything I will organize in the future, you can subscribe on my YouTube channel. The next lesson will be held in January. I think it will be on the 5th of January, yes, at the same time like today. This is the last lesson of the year, and we will start with the introduction. Torben, përshëndetje, si është Nurembergu sot?
Mirë mbrëma, po, moti është I keq, por nuk bie shi si dje tërë pinë të shi. Po, por është ka filluar dimri dhe është pak ftohtë.
Është pak ftohtë. Edhe këtu është, për mua është shumë ftohtë, 8 gradë tani. Sot ra pak shi, por është ftohur koha shumë, ka ardhur dimri. Mirë, Tiffany, si kalon? A je mirë?
Unë jam mirë, faleminderit.
Je mirë. Ke shkuar te fshati Krishtlindjeve në qytetin tënd apo jo?
Jo, por kam qenë në fshati Krishtlindjeve në Mes, që është në Metz, po, por quhet shqiptohet Mes.
Okej. Dhe ishte I bukur?
Po, ishte I bukur, pak a shumë si në Gjermani në fakt.
Si në Gjermani, okay. Është dhe afër Gjermanisë apo jo?
Po.
Mirë. Unë shkova sot te fshati Krishtlindjeve edhe ditën e parë kur u hap, kur filloi. Akoma nuk kam pirë Glühwein. Akoma jo. Polin, përshëndetje.
Përshëndetje të gjithëve.
Nga je? Pse dëshiron të mësosh shqip?
Quhem Polin, unë jam nga Rusia, banoj në Moskë, edhe mësoj shqip, sepse më pëlqen muzika dhe futbolli në Kosovë edhe në Shqipëri.
Edhe në Shqipëri. Cili është këngëtari yt I preferuar, parapëlqyer?
Limani është këngëtar I preferuar.
Preferuar. E ke dëgjuar këngën? Have you heard the song Ylli Limani dhe Tuna? That's one of my favorite songs. Nuk e di se ka emrin, harrova. Por Ylli Limani dhe Tuna, kërkoje.
I will.
Okay, perfect. Mirë. Blendi. Mirë se erdhe.
Si jeni?
Jam mirë, si je ti?
Mirë.
Mund të prezantohesh pak të lutem? Është hera e parë që ti futesh këtu në mësim. Mund të prezantohesh?
Po, unë e kam emrin Blendi, unë banoj në Shtetet Bashkuar të Amerikës, në New York, dhe jam të mësu Shqipen sepse është gjua e familjes tam, edhe pëlqen me mësuar gjuhën standarde se në Kosovë ku janë printim ku janë rrit printimi e flasin një dialekt gag jo dialekti standard.
Po, jo standard. Okej, mirë. Faleminderit që u fute në mësim dhe Isak, përshëndetje. Kjo është hera jote e parë apo jo? Mësimi I parë, hera parë.
Po, përshëndetje, quhem Isak, jam nga Gjermania. Jam shqiptar gjerman dhe familja im është shqiptare. Mësoj shqip sepse dua të flas me familjen time.
Okej, shumë mirë. So Torbeni është nga Nurembergu, ti je nga Berlini.
Po.
Mirë? Të dy nga Gjermania. Okej, unë jam në Freiburg. This is one of the most requested lessons. It's the unconjugated forms of verbs. There is hardly anything about it online. So it took me some time to prepare everything, the research and all that stuff. In case you don't want to miss the future lessons, you can subscribe my YouTube channel, and the next lesson will be on the 5th of January at the same time. I don't know yet what topic they will be, but on the 5th of January. Today we'll talk about the past participle of verbs. We have done this topic before. We'll just review it quickly. The new topic is the unconjugated forms of verbs. In Albanian, we call that format e pashtjeluara. Format e pashtjeluara, so the unconjugated forms of verbs. We'll talk about these 4 words: privative, gerundive, infinitive, and absolutive. What they are, you don't need to know exactly their names, but as constructions, that's important. And at the end of the lesson, we'll do an exercise as well. Yes, let's start with slide number 2. I'm screen sharing. In case you cannot open the link, you can take a look at my screen share. What a verb is, we've talked about this before. Keep in mind that there are several types of verbs. There are 5 types of verbs, depending on their frequency, how often you use them. The first one is the most used type of verb, those that end in J, and that's the most regular one as well. Now, we talked a few lessons ago about the past participle of the verb. You can take a look at the past lessons. The videos should be there. So we said that it's the non-finitive form of the verb, which quite often is used also to build adjectives. So an example was mbul. That's the verb to close, and mbulur in English, that's closed. Auf Deutsch, Partizip. Yeah, past participle, particip, mbulur. And one of the usages, we said it was used to build an adjective. Just put E or A in front, you get an adjective. Mësoj was mësuar, flas folur. By the way, the past participle is the base of learning. If any of you wants to learn Greek dialect in the future, it's the base of learning the Greek dialect, the past participle, when it comes to the tenses. Mësoj mësuar and flas folur. So to the left are verbs in the basic form, in the present, and to the right is the past participle. Those past participles can never be used alone. They need something in front of them. Okay, and let's go to slide number 4. Again, as a review, we said we use past participle to build an adjective. All you have to do is put E or A in front of the past participle. So those are the 2 main linking articles, but there are 2 more, te and se. So if we go back here, E or E folur, that means spoken, like spoken language, ju e folur. E or E mësuar, someone who has gotten used to something. Jam I mësuar me kulturën gjermane. E or E mbyllur, something that is closed. Shkolla është e mbyllur. Okay, so one of the usages of this past participle was to build adjectives. Just put E or A in front. So we did talk about this in the previous lessons. And the second usage, we said we used past participle to build the perfect tenses. A perfect tense is the tense that needs an auxiliary, a helping verb. I can never say that word in English, auxiliary, a helping verb or the past participle. Okay, and the past participle. So the helping verb in Albanian, if it's a present perfect, it will be the verb kam for active verbs, kam mësuar, or jam for reflexive verbs, jam mësuar. Okay, so in English, I have learned, I am used to it. That's the present perfect. The past perfect, just put the helping verb in the past, kisha mësuar, isha mësuar, and the future perfect, do të kem, do të jem. The past participle is not conjugated, it stays the same always. It doesn't matter what tense, it's always one form. So that's the second usage of the past participle to build the perfect tenses, present, past, or future. And the third usage now is the new information. We haven't covered this before. Past participle is used to build the unconjugated forms of verbs. And there are 4 of them in Albanian. The first one called gerundive, using the particle duke. I'll let you know in a bit what it exactly means. Just check out the constructions. Duke plus the past participle. That U is for the reflexive verbs. So if the verb is reflexive, you will need an U there. An active without the U, like this. Okay? So that's the gerundive with duke. Duke is a particle. It's not conjugated, it says always the same. Then we have the privative with pa. Again, if it's reflexive with U in front and the past participle. We will go in details in a bit about each one of them. Infinitive per te. Zu auf Deutsch. And then there is an apostrophe here if it's a reflexive verb. If it's a reflexive verb, it will be like this. Per, tu. So it's melted into one. Not tu, tu. And absolutive meta, me, tu if it's reflexive. Okay, this is just how the word order or how it's built. There are 4 unconjugated forms of verbs, and these are the particles each one of them will take. Torben, any questions? Tiffany? Isaac?
No,
That's on.
clear.
Not so far.
Okay. Let's go to the first one, gerundive. So we said we use it, we build it using duke as a particle and u if the verb is reflexive. Here's the formula. Past participle, it can be any verb, right? The translation or the meaning is either while plus verb or verb plus ing in English. So let's take a look at some examples and then you'll understand that one better. Isaac, can you read the first sentence?
Duken grön boek, meranderment, sekishan yetakim.
Okay, so these sentences will also contain some expressions in order for you to expand your vocabulary. Duken grön book. The main verb is ha. The past participle of ha is grön. It's an irregular verb. So book, ha book means literally to eat bread, but the meaning is to have a meal, just to eat something, ha book. Now the other expression is mebienderment, quite often also spelled separately. It means eingefallen auf Deutsch. Es ist mir eingefallen. So I recalled, I remembered, I recalled. Okay, mebienderment, to recall. It fell in my mind. Okay, eingefallen. Mir, so Isaac, can you try and translate it? Isaac, can you try and translate it, what it means?
For
So the first part, duken grön book. So it could be either while plus verb or verb plus ing.
while eating, I recalled that I had an appointment.
Yes, correct. While I was eating or while eating, beim Essen, etwas ähnliches auf Deutsch, beim Essen. Ja, es ist mir eingefallen, dass, aufgefallen, eingefallen. Okay, duken grön, so while eating, while duke. Okay? Sekishan yetakim. Okay, Tiffany, numër 2.
Duke u përshëndetur me të gjithë të pranishmit.
The pranishmit, shumë mirë. So the main verb is, check out, there is an u there.
It's a reflexive one.
It's a reflexive verb. So the verb is?
Përshëndetem. I don't know.
Përshëndetem,
Yeah?
correct, përshëndetem. How would you translate such a sentence?
I have no idea what përshëndetem means.
Përshëndetem is saying
Like
hi, greeting.
përshëndetje?
To greet
Like
someone, përshëndetem.
Okay. To greet.
Begrüßen auf Deutsch, përshëndetem. To greet someone, but it's reflexive in Albanian.
Okay.
So,
So,
how do you translate it?
While saying hi to everybody, but pranishmit, I don't know what it means.
The pranishmit, the people who
Pranoi?
are present.
Oh, okay.
People who are present, how do you call that? Like, I guess the audience in English?
Attendees,
Yeah,
maybe.
audience. The
Yeah,
pranishmit,
also.
people who are present, the participants. Yes, the participants. The people who are present, that's the pranishmit. The pranishmit, it's a noun. When would you say such a sentence? Duke u përshëndetur me të gjithë të pranishmit. It's very common in news articles, in titles, especially in photo descriptions. So I was searching a photo on my phone, 1 second. Can you all see this photo? Let me stop screen sharing. So it's very often found in photo descriptions. Check out this photo. Wait. It should clear in a second. No. Wait, no.
We can guess what it is. Someone,
Okay,
shaking
whoever.
hands.
So it's a person who is shaking hands with other people. So a caption for this, here we are. A caption for this picture would be Duke u përshëndetur me të pranishmit. So it's like saying, like, this is a picture of me greeting, while saying hi to other people, right?
Okay.
So a picture description is very typical in Albanian, starting it with Duke. Yeah. So if you post a picture somewhere and you want to write the caption, here is me greeting other people, or here is me doing this, that's how you start it. Duke u përshëndetur me gjithë pranishmit. A similar situation would be with the third sentence, duke e zbuluar vendet e reja. So exploring in English, exploring new places. Zbuloj is the verb to explore, zbuloj.
But those are not grammatically complete sentences, are they?
Exactly, yes. They are not grammatically complete sentences, but that's how very common you'll find it in news titles, in articles, or just photo captions. It's like in English. It's in English, yeah. It's exploring new countries, new places. Yes, it's a similar sentence like that, right? Mirë, duke zbuluar vende të reja, exploring new places. Or duke u përshëndetur me pranishmit, saying hi to all the participants, saying hi, right? Like a gerund. A gerund in grammar is when you use a verb like a noun, saying hi or exploring new places. In English, you call that a gerund, exploring, or saying hi, or eating. Yeah, in Albanian, it's with duke. Duke zbuluar vende të reja. Or the next one. The next one is a fixed expression. Duke pasur parasysh se. It means considering that. Okay, zur Berücksichtigung nehmen, etwas so auf Deutsch. Duke pasur parasysh se, considering that. Duke pasur parasysh se çmimet janë rritur, considering that the prices have increased, I decided whatever. Yeah, so it's a fixed expression. Duke pasur parasysh se, considering that. Literally, having in front of my eyes. Parasysh means in front of my eyes. Yeah, so number 4 is a fixed expression. Number 5 as well. Duke përfshirë këtu edhe. Include, when you make a presentation, kur je duke bërë një prezantim, you can say including here also, or not forgetting also, or including here as well, right? Duke përfshirë këtu edhe something, a noun, anything. Yeah? And the last one, the number 6, also a fixed expression, duke filluar nga. In German, it's one word, ab. Ab, März, ab, 5 Uhr, ab, etwas ähnliches. So starting from. Duke filluar nga ora 5, starting from, or at 5, starting from 5. Duke filluar nga data 1 Mars, starting from the 1st of March. Duke filluar nga, starting from. So these 3 are fixed expressions. Duke pasur parasysh se, duke përfshirë këtu dhe duke filluar nga. Okay, Lenson, any questions?
Jo.
Jo, mirë. Pauline? Blendi?
Ja.
Okay, so Blendi, this duke in geg is to. Okay, to hunger, to zbulu, to pass, to përfshi, to fillu. Okay, so duke. Yes, as I said, this is the base. This one with duke especially is the base when it comes to learning tenses in geg. Okay, past participle and duke. Here, the next one, the translation is more like verb plus ing. For example, Vajza filloi duke folur rrieshëm. The girl started speaking fluently. So the verb is flas, past participle is folur. So Vajza filloi, she started speaking. Okay, verb plus ing. Which actually also the other ones were also verb plus ing, what we said earlier. Number 1 is like while eating, right? While eating, duke grønbok. Mirë, are you happy? Number 2, Pauline, can you read it out, please?
Ajo hapi zemrën duke treguar më shumë për jetën e saj.
Okay, the verb is hap, to open. Then we have tregoj, to tell, to confess, to show. Do you know how to translate it?
She opens the heart. Confessing
to
about
show, to
something, like a lot about life.
Her life. So to show, to tell. She opened up her heart, showing, telling us more about her life. Okay, she opened the heart, showing us duke treguar. Yeah, she did this by showing us. Here, jam duke folur me ty. Ingeg jam to fol me ty, right? To fol. So the verb is flas, past participle folur. I am speaking with you. You can, of course, oh, this verb also, by the way, replaces the present continuous po flas me ty. And jam duke folur me ty mean exactly the same thing. Just they use different grammar. Okay, so this duke is also duke plus verb is also plus past participle is also the present continuous tense in Albanian. Here, any questions? Keni pyetje? This was the first unconjugated form of the verb with duke.
Like in the first sentence, vajza filloi duk folur, can we use like t plus conjunctive after filloi?
Yes, correct. You can use one verb after the other. You can use subjunctive. Vajza filloi te fliste. Yes. Correct.
Does it like do these two sentences mean the same?
They mean exactly the same thing. Exactly the same. Jam duke mësuar me kulturën gjermane. I'm not getting used to it. I'm just saying. So nuk jam duke mësuar me kulturën gjermane. So duke mësuar. That means getting used to. Okay? So with an U in front, it's a reflexive verb. Here, in case you want to join this lesson, here's a link at the very bottom of the slide. It's always the same link. So also in January, we'll be using that one. Here, shall we go to the next one?
A question about this duke folur, the poflas. Is the difference in like poflas is about like the current moment, like tani, and duke folur about the process, or is it like there is no difference?
So the meaning is exactly the same. So that ing in English, I'm talking to you. It's about right now. It's about the process of talking with someone right now. Yes, they're both exactly the same. Just the grammar being used is different. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the next form. The construction with pa, if there is a reflexive form with u in front. So pa plus past participle, it's exactly like saying in English without plus verb. Ohne zu auf Deutsch. Ohne etwas zu. Some of them are idioms, fixed expressions. So the first one, Isaac, can you read that? Can you read that? Muntalezosh?
Slagur pa levisur.
So gur means a stone or a rock, a small rock, stone, and the verb is levis, which means to move. So this is an idiom. Sla, that means I, nuk la. In English, he didn't leave a stone untouched. In Albanian, we say he didn't leave a stone without moving. Okay, pa levisur. So that means he searched everywhere. Kërkoi kudo nuk e gjeti. He didn't find it. So nuk la gur pa lëvizur. It's also used in the first person. Slash. I didn't leave a stone untouched. Here, slash gur pa lëvizur. So that's the privative form, pa lëvizur. Yeah, can you also read the second one, Isaac?
Po. Slagje pa bear.
Bur.
Bur.
So the verb is bøy. Past participle of bøy is bur. How to build the past participle, you can check out the previous lessons. I did the lesson on that. So slagje pa bur, can you guess what could it mean?
Without buying anything? No.
No, bøy, not blay, bøy.
Without doing anything.
Yes. So he didn't leave something without doing. That means he did everything. He did everything possible. Slagje pa bur. He did all he could. He did everything possible. Here, he didn't leave one thing without doing. That's the literal translation. Here, the meaning is he did everything possible. He did everything he could. Okay. Tiffany, mund ta lexosh numri 3?
Unis pa zbardhur dita.
Folja është zbardh. What does zbardh mean?
I have no idea.
It comes from bardh.
Like white?
Yes, it comes from white. So zbardh means to whiten.
Okay.
No, that's not how you spell it. Wait. White. So it's used for the day. That means the day becomes white. That means from dark, from nighttime becomes daytime.
Okay.
Right? So unis, he left. Pasbardur dita. How can one translate that? He left in nighttime, basically. He left without the day becoming white.
Okay.
That's a literal translation. He left at nighttime. Okay. Unis, he departed, he left. Here, Lenson, numricator.
Qëndroj, një kohë të gjatë pa folur.
How do you translate it?
Like without follow, it's from no.
The verb is plus.
So without without speaking?
Yes, without speaking, without saying anything, without speaking. So he remained, he stayed, he remained for a long time without speaking. Here, chandroi is a verb to stay, to remain. Chandroi. Blendi numipes. Can you unmute yourself? I cannot hear you. Okay.
Silo me botësi pa u treguar I dobët.
I dobët, yes. What is si? Çfarë do thot silem me butësi?
Silem me botësi, like to handle something carefully.
Yes, silem means to behave. The verb is silem, to behave.
Silem, so to behave with care.
With care, yes, or with gentleness. Is that a word in English? With care, with to be gentle, basically. Be gentle.
Be gentle. Yeah.
So silem me butësi, to be gentle, yes. Pa u treguar I dobët.
Without telling, without pa e treguar I dobët. I don't know what dobët is, but pa
I dopt. Ingeg, I dopt. Have you heard I dopt?
I dopt. Without telling the weak.
Check out. There's an u. It's not to tell anymore.
But
it's a reflexive one. Without. What is me u tregu? Mos u trego budal.
Mo tregu to show. Oh.
Yes, yes.
With showing.
So to show or to show yourself as
weak.
I dobët means weak. So behave. It's an Albanian idiom, proverb, whatever. Behave. Be gentle without, or be vulnerable. Be gentle without showing yourself as a weak person. Yeah. So the verb is not tregoj, it's tregohem. Okay. So to show yourself as tregohem. Okay. Can you also do number 6?
Vallajmen jasht zakonshëm pa hyre në holsi. Në holsi.
Holsi, yes. Pa hyr. At the end silent. Pa hyr. So dha lajmin e jashtëzakonshëm pa hyr në holsi. Dha is the past of jap.
Yep. Okay. He gave extraordinary news, or
correct. He gave the extraordinary news.
He gave extraordinary news without any details.
Yes, it's like in English saying without getting into details. In Albanian we say without entering in details. Okay? Hynë në detaje. Hynë holsi, hynë në detaje. That's how we say it. Okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So again with pa. Number 7 and 8. 1 second. Pauline?
Paharuar për të përmendur edhe.
So it's another fixed expression. I'll put it in yellow like I did in the previous slides. In case you are doing a presentation, you are listing many things, and then it comes to a point, it comes to another thing you want to list, and you don't want to forget it. So you say paharuar për të përmendur without forgetting to mention. So typically for presentations, not to forget to mention, or yes, paharuar për të përmendur edhe. Permend, to mention, permend. Okay, it's a fixed expression for presentations when you list things. Okay, paharuar për të përmendur edhe. Për të përmendur, that's the next slide. Yes, we'll check that one out. Për të përmendur, it's the next construction, the infinitive one. Can you also do number 8, Polina?
Po, politikanët po largohen pa dhënë llogari për atë që kanë bërë.
Për atë që kanë bërë. So can you do? So the verb, the expression is jap llogari për. Do you know what that means? Does anyone knows what that means? Jap llogari për.
Ja, nuk e di.
Blendi? Can you unmute yourself? I cannot hear you.
Llogari is like an assessment, of to make a decision.
Okay.
I don't know if that's correct.
I'm trying to find the English expression for that one. Jap llogari. That means to be not responsible to. Yeah,
pay the consequences or something like this.
No, what's the jap llogari in English? To be responsible for something. Accountable, yes, accountable. Perfect. So jap llogari, literally to give an account, that means to be accountable. So politikanët po largohen, the politicians are leaving without being accountable for what they have done. Okay? Pa dhënë llogari. So dhënë is the past participle of jap. Jap llogari për. Okay? That's the expression. Mirë, that was pa. Pa is a particle also. It's not a preposition. It's a particle and it means without or not or without. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Yeah, let's go to për të. We call it infinitive. It's the third unconjugated form of verb, për të. And if there is a reflexive form with an u, we'll check it, an example there. And it means in order to plus verb, or simply to plus verb. For example, shkuan për të mësuar shqip. We can perfectly also use the subjunctive here. They went to learn, or they went in order to learn Albanian. Albanis të lenen, zu. Okay, për të mësuar. What would be the other form of saying this? Shkuan, one second. Shkuan të mësojnë shqip. They went to learn Albanian. So using subjunctive. Both are very used. Number 2, ishin të vendosur. So jam I or e vendosur means I am decisive. I am determined, yes. Decisive, determined. Eager, I'm eager to. So ishin të vendosur për të luftuar. They were eager to fight, luftoj. Okay, to fight. They were eager in order to fight, or simply to fight. Torben, numri 3 dhe numri 4. Can you do number 3 and 4? I cannot hear you. Are you there?
Kemi të gjitha kushtet për të mbrojtur?
Oh, the verb is mbrohem, reflexive. That's why not the u there, but they are melted into two. So do you know what it means?
We have all the I say bedingungen,
conditions.
Yeah, we have all the conditions to defend ourselves.
Shumir, to defend ourselves, correct. We have all the necessary conditions, requirements to defend ourselves. Also number 4.
Yeah, mënyrat për të mësuar një gjuhë të huaj. The methods,
the methods, the ways, methods.
Yeah. To learn a foreign language.
Yes, so that's also very typical for articles, for titles, right? They say like, okay, what are the ways to learn a new language? That's how you'll find it. Menuetums or in Juthuai, and then they list them. Number 4, it's a title of a book from, what was the writer? Gabriel Garcia Marquez, I think. Yes, Të jetosh për të treguar. So to live or living or to live in order for to tell later, to confess. Yeah. Vivir para confesar or something like that in Spanish, right? Living or to live, të jetosh. Okay. Mënyra also typically for titles. Mënyra më e shpejt për të rënë nga pesha. The expression is bie nga pesha, to lose weight. So the quickest way to lose weight. Number 7, Isaac.
Qenka për të qeshur.
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 Qeshur. The verb is qesh, to laugh. Qenka is admirative of jam. So it is the third person here, është. And there is an exclamation mark at the end. So when you're surprised, you don't say është, you say qenka. We will get to that. We haven't done that topic yet. Mirë, qenka për qeshur. It's funny. It is, yes, it is to laugh, literally. It is to laugh. Es ist zum Lachen, something like that. Okay, është për qeshur. Qenka për qeshur. Oh, it's funny. Tiffany, numri 8.
Ajo nxitoi për të kapur trenin.
Yes. Nxitoi is the verb to.
I don't know, I was something like, yeah, I was about to say something like running or hurry up.
Hurry, yes. So she hurried.
To catch the train.
Come here, cap, to catch. She hurried in order to, or so that she, or to catch the train. Here, if you want to join the lesson, the link is at the very bottom of the slide, and the next lesson will be held on the 5th of January. Number 9, if you are ordering something at the restaurant, the waiter often asks për të pirë, për të ngrënë, zum essen, zum trinken, right? To eat, to drink. So that's how we say in Albanian, për të pirë. Or when you order as well, not only as a question, also when you order, you can say, zum essen möchte ich, so për të pirë, unë dua, për të ngrënë, dua, right? Për të pirë, një birë, ju lutem. So, zum trinken, to drink, beer please. That's how we order here. So using infinitive, për të pirë, për të ngrënë. Okay. Any questions? Keni pyetje? Okay, let's go to the last form and then we'll do an exercise. Absolutive, it is used, this is the one which is left out, I think, in every textbook of Albanian language I have encountered, I have studied, this one has been left out. It is one of the most used one. I think it might be the reason why it's because it's very much used in colloquial Albanian. It's like used in spoken. This is hardly used in textbooks. But it's very, very used. So I suggest you memorize this one. It's called absolutive. And if there's a reflexive verb with who again, and the meaning is as soon as plus verb. So it's typically used at the very beginning of the sentence. You can also, and there is typically also a comma there, like 2 parts of sentences, like subclause. You can also start the sentence with the second part, but it's typically with meta. Okay. Number 1 and 2, Lenson, can you read it out, please?
Okay. Me të dëgjuar, thirrjen u ngrit.
Ungrit. So the word is thirrje. Thirrje means a call, a shouting from someone, not a phone call. Yeah, I guess a phone call as well. Yes, you can say that one. Just a call. Ungrit, that is the verb ngrihem, to get up. So how do you translate it?
So as soon as I heard the call. No, not I. Wait. So as soon as he heard the call, he stood up. No.
Yes. How do you know it's he? Because these forms, unconjugated forms of verbs, they don't have a person. They are the same for all of them. So how do we know which person it is?
To look at the second part of the sentence.
Yes, correct. It is ungrit and not ungrita. Ungrita is the first person. So ungrit, unungrita, ti ungrite, I ungrit. So as soon as he, she heard the call, he, she got up. Also number 2.
Me ty kthye në puna ulla.
So me tu kthyer nga
Me tu.
puna, la. Isë是什么?
意思是 as soon as he
Yes.
get back from work, he
Correct. He took a shower.
took a shower. Okay.
Here, so kthehem, to come back, to return. As soon as he returned from work, he took a shower. Numri 3 dhe 4, Torben?
Me të gdhir nisen përgatitjet.
So the verb is
Gdhihet.
gdhihem. So
With the beginning of the day, or
correct, yes.
yeah.
So gdhihem means to start the day, to begin the day.
The preparations started.
Shumir, with the beginning of the day, or as soon as it became daytime.
No, they started.
They
started the preparation.
Nis. Okay, it could be two. It could have two meanings. They started the preparations, or the preparations started. It could be both.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it could be both. So the subject could be both. Thank you for joining, Blindy. Faleminderit. Here, number 4 as well.
Me të nisur shi hapen çadrat. With the beginning of the rain, they opened the umbrellas.
Shumir, they opened the umbrellas, correct. As soon as it started raining, or with the beginning of the rain, or yes. So nis is philoi, philon shi, nis shi, z shi, they're all synonyms. Z, philon, nis, they're all the same to start. Number 5 and 6, Isaac?
Me të mbaruar librin, bleu një tjetër.
So the verb is mbaroi. The other verb is blei.
As soon as finishing the book, he bought a new one.
Another one, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, as soon as he finished the book, he bought a new one, correct. Or another one. Number 6.
Me tu martua shkuan për muaj mjalti. As soon as getting married, they went for a honeymoon.
Honeymoon, yes. As soon as they got married, they went for honeymoon. Correct, Shumir. So martohem. That's why with a apostrophe there. Sobald auf Deutsch, ja? Sobald sie geheiratet haben und so weiter. Mir, numri 7 dhe 8, Tiffany?
Me të marrë rrogën, bleu biletën e avionit. As soon as getting the salary, he bought a plane ticket. But I don't, plane ticket.
Yes, marrë rrogën to get the salary. Correct, he bought the plane ticket. Numri 8?
Me të arritur, unë ndjeva si në shtëpi. As soon as, is it I arrived?
Undjeva.
Yeah. I don't know if ndjeva is for I don't remember.
Punova, msova, ledzova.
Okay, so it's the same, yeah. I felt like at home.
Shumir, correct. It could also mean, I mean, I would have never guessed it that way, but it could also mean, because the first part has no person. It could be any of them. We know it from the second part. But then it could also be as soon as he got home, as soon as he did something, I don't know, as soon as he arrived, I felt like home, right? Let's say you have a fight with your husband, right? As soon as he arrived somewhere, right? I felt like home. But I wouldn't go with that. Yeah, it's too much thinking. Yeah. Ka pyetje?
So like the first part and the second part, they don't like theoretically need to be like they don't need to be referred to the same subject?
You are correct, yes. Now, 99% of the time, they will match the subject. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless in a very, very rare context. But I mean, the first one, as soon as I heard the call, he got up. I mean, grammatically, that's very correct. But when do you use it? Or I don't know. Yeah. As soon as I got back from work, he took a shower, right? So again, the first part has no person. It could be any of them, but it's indicated from the second one. There should also be some logical sense. It's not only for it to be correct in grammar. Yeah. As I said, there is absolutely nothing, no pun intended, absolutely nothing about it on the internet. You can search about it. You will not find anything about meta. So you can write this down. It's very, very used. Of course, there are other ways to say as soon as, right? Suppose, sa, etc. But this is one of the most used ones. And it's the fourth unconjugated form of verb. Here. Let's start with the exercises now. And by the way, that was the last usage of the past participle. There are no other usages. Let me just summarize it quickly. We said to build an adjective, just put E or A, the article in front. To build the perfect tenses, there is past perfect. Oh, this is 1 second, present here. Or no, it's correct. Yeah, past participle. To build the perfect tenses, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, just put the helping verb in front. And the third usage are these, the unconjugated forms of verbs. So this is how we use the past participle. And again, how to build a past participle, we did this on a long time ago, so you can take a look on my YouTube channel. Let's start with this exercise. So there are 11 sentences here. How many of you are there? 1 second. You do click other page. Okay. So number 1, and so it's duce, purtă, pa, or meta, one of those. It could be that more than one fits, and that's perfectly fine. And be careful, it could be that there is a reflexive verb. So we need to switch it, not purtă, purtu, duce, etc. Here. So number 1 and 2, Pauline. Number 3 and 4, Isaac. Number 5 and 6, Torben. 7 and 8, Lenson. 9 and 10. Who hasn't anything? You all have one, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll make do with the rest. So if you're ready, we can start. There are many expressions here. Many idioms, expressions, fixed expressions.
Kësaj herë e kam në radhën për të paguar.
Yes, correct. Let me just write the translation once again. Meta, as soon as. So, kësaj here e kam unë radhën për të paguar. Do you know how to translate it?
This time,
Correct.
it's my turn to pay.
To pay, perfect. To pay, për të paguar. And the verb is paguaj. It's not reflexive, that's why për të paguar. Numri 2.
Unë ngrit me vrull, also për të hapur derën.
Yes, për të hapur derën. So me vrull means me shpejtësi. He got up quickly, right? Quickly to open the door. Për të hapur derën. Okay. Numri 3. Or not 4, or any of the other ones. So kësaj here, you can also say këtë here is the same. Me vrull, you can also say me shpejtësi. Mirë. Kur ra dera, kur trokiti dera. Number 5, 6, 7. Here, me zë të lartë means loudly. Me zë të lartë, a fixed expression, loudly. Then we have by mend, to remember. Then we have pjesëza, that means the particle. particle. Then we have mu kujtuar që. I remembered that. I recalled that. So lar comes from lie, right? To wash. But be careful, it could also be lahem, so we don't know yet. So to wash something or to wash, to take a shower. Kur trokiti dera, when the door knocked. So I qesh is isha, I was. Now which one? I was duke, për të, pa, or me të?
Yeah, duke.
Duke. And then we need something else, the reflexive one.
U.
I mean, unless you are saying I was washing something.
Nee.
Actually, both of
myself.
them, yeah. Isha duke lar. Yeah, with u, yes, reflexive. Isha duke ular. I was taking a shower when someone knocked at the door. So trokiti dera, ra dera means someone knocked. Here. Duke ular. Qesh is isha, synonyms. Number 4. I lexuar me zë të lartë, reading with a high voice or reading loudly. Mund të mbash mend, you can remember, më mirë, better, fjalët e reja, new words, vocabulary.
Për të, maybe?
In order to, so in order to read them loudly?
Yeah.
You can remember them better? No.
Oh. And again, duke?
Duke, yes. So
yeah.
Reading them
Reading
or
loudly.
while you read them. Duke I lexuar me zë të lartë or by reading them or reading them. Loudly, you can remember them better. Okay. Number 5, numri 5.
Pjesë do përdoret për të ndërtuar kohën e ardhme ose
how do you translate
duke
it?
ose duke, po.
No, only për të. Why duke?
Yeah.
Për të ndërtuar. It is used in order to build.
In order to build, yeah.
Yes.
But you can also say while building the. No?
No. Duke ndërtuar kohën e ardhme. Pjesa do. I mean, grammatically is correct, but logically, let me think. Pjesa do përdoret duke ndërtuar. No, to build, për të ndërtuar. Për të ndërtuar kohën e ardhme. So the particle do is used to build the future tense.
Yeah.
Okay. Numri 6.
So actually, everything fits, but sense is with sense it's only meta.
Yes, and then it's a reflexive verb.
Me tuk thyer, po.
Me tuk thyer, yes. So as soon as he got back from work, he took a shower. Me tuk thyer nga puna, u la. Here. Numri 7.
I think it's Duke të shkruar.
Yes, it's correct. So while going to work or simply going to work, I remembered that I had forgotten the keys at home. So while going there, but then others could fit as well.
Me të?
No. Me të shkuar në punë. Yes, correct as well. So as soon as I got home, right? As soon as I went home, to work, as soon as, that's also correct. Me të shkuar në punë. As soon as I got there, I remembered. Yes, both could fit. Here, numri 8, kundërshtoj means to oppose someone. Marr parasysh, to consider. So this is another expression, to take in front of your eyes, to consider. So he opposed him, something, considering who he was.
I'm not sure about this one, so maybe.
Any ideas?
Pa.
So he opposed him without considering who he was. Pa marr parasysh.
Okay.
Duke marr e kundërshtoj, duke marr. Yeah, could also be correct. He opposed him considering who he was. It's also correct. Duke makes logical sense. Për të marr parasysh, no, it's not correct. And me të marr parasysh, me të could also fit. So he opposed him as soon as he considered who he was. Right? All three of them could fit and make logical sense. Hier, kundërshtoj, widersprechen. Nominant, anyone who wants to do it? Numri 10 or 11?
I can do this one. Nuk I kishin të gjitha kushtet për të mbrojtur nga armiku.
Oh, shumë mirë. Oh, I did something. Wait. Okay, here. Per, to. So it's a reflexive one. The verb is mbrohem. Mbrohem. It's reflexive. Oh, we did a similar sentence earlier. So they did not have the conditions to protect themselves from the enemy. Sich schützen. Okay, number 10.
I can. Believe in me, çdo fundjavë këtu për ti shkëmbyer ide tona. Ose
Yes, correct.
për të.
So can you explain the T? I did not talk about the T. Can you explain it? What is that E? Why E?
To the reduplication of the accusative objects.
It did. Yes. So in Albanian, quite often we like to express the same thing twice. That E actually means the ideas, even though we have the ideas there once. You can also say për të shkëmbyer, that's fine. If you want to specify it, you can also say për ti shkëmbyer. If it's, për të shkëmbyer. If it's singular, për ta. Okay, let's not get that deep. That would be another topic for some time. Let's keep it simple. Për të shkëmbyer, I did. But për ti is also very correct. Mirë, can you translate it? Mblidhemi çdo fundjavë këtu.
We gather every weekend here to how you say austauschen, to exchange our ideas. Thank you.
Yes, to exchange our ideas. Shkëmbej. And number 10.
Duke filluar.
Shumë mirë. So the fixed expression with time, starting, absent met, duke filluar nga, starting from. Duke can you read the whole sentence and translate it?
Duke filluar nga 10 marsi I këtij viti, biletat do të jenë në shitje edhe online. Starting from the 10th of March of this year, the tickets will also be available to buy online.
Shumë mirë, correct. So I këtij viti, of this year, genitive case, of this year, dizes jares. Në shitje, so janë në shitje will be for sale, on sale, on sale, no?
Yeah, maybe.
Or for sale.
Yeah.
It's on sale, on sale. For sale is a discount. Mirë, I këtij viti. Okay, duke filluar nga, starting from. Okay. Mirë, so some of them, as you saw, could fit more than one. Actually, grammatically, all of them are correct, but whether they make sense, we should consider that one as well. Duhet marr parasysh. Mirë, marr parasysh. Any questions so far? Keni pyetje? This is one of the most requested lessons you had. As I said, especially about the last one, there is no information at all about absolute. Also, when I studied Albanian at school, at university, wherever, they only include these three. And for the last one, we don't even have a name in Albanian. The other ones are, this is called për cjellore. This is called mohore. And this is called paskajore. But there is no name even for it. I don't know. Absolutive, I don't know. In Albanian. Here?
Just a question about the absolutive one. So you were saying that it's only mostly colloquial, and
correct.
That for like the written on the formal speech, we could use maybe sapo. Or is there any any other way to say it except from this one, or?
Except sapo? Meta, sapo, sa, the short form of sapo, sa erda, sapo erda. Yeah. So as soon as. Porsa. Porsa erdi. Yes, porsa erda also. Correct. Porsa would be more like just. Gerade. Porsa. Yeah. Okay, and what was I saying? Yes, the first one especially, or the past participle in general, if you ever want to learn the Greek dialect, is the key to learning the Greek dialect. If you know the past participle and this duke, because the tenses in Greek are different from those in standard. Here, I just found the topic for the next time. I had the list here. It will talk about the diminutive form of nouns. Anyone knows that?
Can you give an example?
We just had one.
Diminutive?
The pieseza, yeah.
Say it again, please.
Pieseza. We just had one example now. The pieseza, the particle.
Pieseza, shumir, from pies, a part, pieseza, particle. Yes, so the diminutive one. The thing is that it's super irregular. So yeah, we'll see next time. German has it. Mädchen. Or other line. Frau, Fraulein. Okay. München. No. Okay, so that will be the next topic for January. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any feedback?
Thank you.
Did you find it difficult, or German has similar constructions, no? Zu, ohne zu, und so weiter.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah?
Ohne
Okay.
zu, yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same ones. Mir, then I want to thank you for joining the lesson, and I hope to see you next year with the diminutive case, okay?
Okay.
Faleminderit shumë dhe mbrëmje të këndshme, natën e mirë, ditën e mirë, kudo që jeni.
Faleminderit.
Faleminderit.
Faleminderit
Miru
shumë.
pafshim.
Faleminderit
Faleminderit,
shumë.
mirupafshim.
Mirupafshim.
Mirupafshim.